Hello and welcome to another W200 Screencast. Today we'll be talking about privacy on Facebook and how to protect your digital footprint. So to start off, I have made a new account to walk you through how to change your Facebook privacy settings. That's why there's nothing showing up on my status. To start off with, there are a few shortcuts right here that shows you who can see my stuff, who can contact me, and how do I stop someone from bothering me. If you click on who can see my stuff, you can set this right away to either public, which means anyone can see anything you post or are tagged in, friends, which means only your friends can see what you post, only me, which is the securest way to protect your content because nobody will see what you say, or custom, where you can assign it to different groups or just certain people. If you go to the activity log, it will show you all of your posts and who can see them. So as you can see, I have added my hometown and anyone can see it. I can then go to allow on timeline or hide from timeline if I don't want people to see what my hometown is. In addition, if I don't want them to know what city and state I currently live in, I can do the same here. I can also hide any other settings or any other posts. I can also highlight posts, such as changing my profile picture. Back on the main page, you also have the option to see how other people see your timeline. If you click on this, this will show you what your timeline looks to anybody who goes to this as public. If you want to see what it looks like for a specific friend or person that you've set up custom settings for, you can click here as well. As I don't have any of those, it won't show you anything. But if I were to find my Facebook ID profile and go there, this is what they would be able to see. They can still see where I live and where I'm from, as well as my photos. Because of the overall set. Back on the main page again, there is also an option for who can contact me. This gives messages that they want filtered into the inbox. Basic filtering will only do recommended, mostly friends and people you may know, where strict filtering says that you only receive messages from people that you know or people that they know. You want to set this to strict filtering or else anyone will be able to send you a message. In addition, who can send me friend requests? You can set this to everyone, whereas everyone can send you a friend request, or you can set this to friends of friends, which means they have to be part of your network in order to send you a friend request. A note on this is that you don't want to let just anyone friend you. You want to make sure that the only people you friend on Facebook are people you actually know and people that are actually your friends. This will also help your security settings in making sure that your digital footprint remains mostly clean. Okay, now we are going to go into more details of the settings to make sure that your Facebook is secure. You're going to click on this downward facing arrow, go down to Settings, and then look at Privacy. You can also get here through the privacy shortcuts when you click on See More Settings. Now, for who can see my stuff, this says who can see your future posts. Now, if you've had an account for a while, this might have been on public for a long time. If that's true, then anybody with public access can see your post. They don't have to be on your friends list, and they don't even have to be friends of your friends. If you want to correct that so that you don't have any public posts, you can limit your past posts here. This will change all of the items that you have shared with friends or public will change to friends only. So people who are tagged, though, may be able to see those posts still, but you can still limit old posts to somewhat hide your previous posts from public view. You can also set this to review all the posts and things that you're tagged in. You can use the activity log and go through and change here what people have tagged you in or what you yourself are tagged in. Again, this also allows you to see who can contact me. So who can send you friends requests is currently friends of friends. You can edit this to say everyone or friends of friends. Again, I would recommend for the safest settings to use friends of friends only. In addition, whose messages do I want to receive? Just like before, you can do basic or strict filtering. Now for who can look me up, this is who can use your email address that you provided or phone number if you use the phone number option to find your Facebook account. This says currently that everyone can. You will want to change this to friends only, not even friends of friends. The best way to keep your profile private and safe is to do the friend requests yourself. If you need to turn this off temporarily so that you can have somebody who maybe isn't a friend of a friend or has their security settings up as well, you can come back to this menu and change this, of course, back to friends of friends or back to everyone for as long as it takes to do that. Who can look you up using the phone number is just like email. You will also want to send this one to friends only. This will make sure that if they find your phone number on a school website or a resume or something else, like a business card you may have lost, you can make sure that they aren't looking up your Facebook with your phone number. And do you want other search engines to link to your timeline? You probably want this also set to no, so you will click on Edit, come down to the checkbox, and uncheck it. This makes it so that people can't search for you on Facebook and look up your content, but they may still be able to see a preview of your Facebook timeline. If you click this, it warns that friends may not know if this is really you, but that's alright because there's ways to make sure that your friends can find you to make friends with you on Facebook. In addition to privacy settings, you also have security settings. These have things such as login notifications, which will let you know when it looks like someone else is trying to access your account. So if you're always logging in from Indiana and then one day somebody is trying to log into your account from Japan, it will flag your account and let you know. You have to choose whether you want email or text message or push notifications for this. For login approvals, you can use your phone as an extra layer of security. So not only would you use a passcode or a password, you would then get a additional security code via text message that would then be needed to log into your account. You can also use a Facebook app to get a security code when you need it. Change app passwords so that you have a password to log into any of the apps. Have a trusted contacts list that will help people to get back into your account if you ever get locked out or if anybody ever gets into your account and changes your password. You can have trusted browsers that you've saved as ones you often use, which can also be used to give you login notifications if somebody tries to log in on a browser you don't often use. And you can review and manage where you've currently logged into Facebook. Now, the safest way to make sure that your privacy and all of the things that you say online aren't getting out into the world is, of course, to deactivate your account. You will no longer have access to Facebook. You can always reactivate your account later, but this is the only way to make sure that your account will be 100% safe at all times. Now we're going to go down to timeline and tagging. Now, this is important as well because when you're working on your Repler this week, you'll see that not only have things that you've said on Facebook, but things that your friends have said or tagged you in will show up on your Repler as well if they are controversial or bad. So who can add things to my timeline? So who can post on your timeline? This is automatically set to friends. However, you can also set it to only me so that nobody can post directly onto your timeline. You can also set this to review posts that friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline, which is currently set to disabled. If you enable this, then anytime you're tagged in a picture or video or anything else on Facebook, it will warn you first and you'll have the option to untag yourself before it goes live. In addition, you can see who can see things on my timeline. Review what other people can see on your timeline, go to View As, and it'll show you, as before, what this looks like. You can also set who can see the posts you've been tagged in on your timeline. Currently, this is set to friends of friends. If you don't want friends of friends seeing what's going on, you can say only friends can see posts that you've been tagged in, or only you can see posts that you've been tagged in, which is the safest one to choose. And who can see what others post on your timeline. This is currently set to friends, but you can also set this to only you, so that nobody can see what somebody else posts you in. If you have a friend that likes to tag you in various political newsletters and things like that, this might be a good one to choose only me on so that you're the only one seeing what people are sending you to on your wall. You also have how can I manage tags people add and tagging suggestions. So you have review tags people add to your own posts before the tags appear on Facebook. These tags can be anything like a group, somebody being tagged in a picture as shown here, or just tagging a name in comments. You can also set this to enabled, which, like above, will make it so that you have to verify that you want this tagged before it goes live. When you're tagged in a post, who do you want to add to the audience if they aren't already in it? you probably want to set this one to friends or only me. What this means is if you're tagged in a post and it's set on friends, your friends can see that you were tagged in a post. If you're tagged in a post and you set it to only me, only you will see that it's tagged in a post. Your friends, if they get messages about any time that somebody is mentioned or tagged in a post, will get a message if you have this set to friends, but will not if you have it set to only me. You can also do this to tag suggestions of photos that look like you uploaded. So, when a photo that looks like you is uploaded, it'll suggest a tag. This will save time, it says, to adding pictures. However, there's certain pictures that you won't want tagged in. So you can set this to no one, where no one can actually tag you when they're first uploading a picture, even if it looks like you. That's the safest way to make sure that pictures of you that you don't want to be public don't go online. Lastly, not directly related to security, but if you come down here to videos and you see this option of autoplay videos, you can turn it off. This will make it so that if you have Facebook open in another window, say while you're giving a lesson, like a naughty teacher that we all do sometimes, you can turn this off so that when you're scrolling through, a video doesn't start randomly playing in the middle of your lecture, and then you have a classroom of kids giggling at you. So this is always a good one to turn off also. This has been a screencast of how to update your privacy settings in Facebook to make sure that your digital footprint is secure from possible employers or students in the future. I hope this was informative, and I hope you have a great day.